Hi YouTube, it's Cool Trainer Tom here, coming back to you with another awesome Pokemon TCG video. In this video, I want to show you guys some sweet cards that I'm going to be sending off to get graded, and I think it would be pretty cool to let you guys check them out. I'll let you know why I'm sending those particular cards off. You can have a guess of the grades in the comments below. I'm going to have a guess of the grades as well, and we can see how things go. With PSA and Beckett only offering their premium services right now, and with my cards that I want to send off not really being worth that amount of money, even if they were to come back in a 10. I'm going to be sending off some cards to a few different grading companies to check out their service, the quality, and the accuracy and the trustworthiness of the grades when they come back in. So this lot I'm going to be sending to Pokégrade. These guys are a pretty new UK-based grading company. I think it's a two-man operation, so your cards get graded by two different people. From what I understand anyway. The reason I'm sending it to these guys, their slabs look really cool, the turnaround times are pretty quick, anywhere between 1 to 4 weeks, and that's pretty accurate based on the service level that you pay for, and the prices are pretty competitive as well. You know, even people like CGC, who are offering all of their normal services, or most of their normal services, it's like 45 quid a card if I was to send some offs, and you know, it's still a 45-day turnaround time. So prices are pretty competitive, and I'm based in the UK as well, so that really helps. Yeah, so without further ado, let's take a look at the cards that I'm sending off. I've got 5 in total that I'm sending to these guys. I've taken them out the top loaders already. The first up is this Gyarados Gx from Hidden Fates. This was a promo card in one of the Hidden Fates tins. This card was actually a gift from my nephew. He very generously spent his own money and spent his own time picking out Christmas presents for everyone in the family, including me. So yeah, it was really, really generous and very thoughtful of him to buy me this promo card, which I didn't have, so pretty cool. So it's got a lot of sentimental value for me. This isn't going to be a $3 million card that's going to make me rich, but it's got a lot of sentimental value, and I think it's in really good condition as well. I think the surface is pretty good. Corners and the edges are okay. Centering is pretty decent. Not 100% perfect, but it's not too bad. So yeah, looking at that, I reckon, judging by how tough I've heard that Pokégrade can be, I think this could be a solid 7, and I'd be really, really happy with an 8. Next up on the list is actually something a lot more vintage. We've got this first edition Dark Arbok from Team Rocket set, one of the WOTC sets. I actually pulled this myself from a booster pack about 7 or 8 years ago now, so a little while ago. This was back when buying the vintage WOTC stuff was a lot cheaper. I think I bought 4 or 5 packs and I paid max $20 for them each. And I'm sending this because it's WOTC, it's first edition, it's hollow, and it's in really good nick. The surface is sweet AF. I can't see any print lines or anything on the hollow. Difficult to get it in the right light. Centering is not too bad. Edges in the corners got a few little dings on there. So this isn't going to be a 10 contender. So I think that might be what will let it down. Anything more than a 7 would be amazing. I wouldn't be surprised with a 7, but an 8 would be incredible. I'd be really happy with that. Keeping the theme of the first edition Rocket stuff going, we've got this non-hollow Dark Alakazam. The Dark Arbok was actually the only hollow that I pulled out of the packs that I bought, so I thought I'd send another. This guy is also in pretty decent condition. Centering's not 100% perfect. It's not terrible, not too bad. That'll probably kind of hold it back a little bit. Surface is decent. And as with the Dark Arbok, I think there are some bit of whitening on the edges and on the corners there that are going to hold it back. So same kind of thing. I think I wouldn't be surprised with a 7. I think a solid 7 is realistic. But again, an 8 would be incredible. That would be absolutely amazing. Next up, we've got going back to some Japanese stuff, like you noticed in my last video. Love the Japanese stuff. We've got this Ampharos from Japanese Neo Genesis. First appearance of Ampharos, actually. And I love this guy as well, so that's why I'm sending it out. I actually got 2 of these, so I thought I'd send one to Pokégrade, see what they do, and then maybe at some point in the future I might send one off to the other one off to when things open up, maybe CGC, PSA, Beckett, we'll see. I'm not spending $200 getting this card graded. But yeah, also awesome, lovely little swirl on his tail there, but surface looks amazing. The No print lines that I can see. The edges look pretty tight. The centering is a bit off, so I think that might let it down. So I reckon solid 8. I think that would be good. 9 would be amazing, but I think centering might let it down, and there's probably some little nicks on the edges that I've missed out, inevitably. Last but not least, we have got this Holo Mew from Japanese CP6. So that was Japan's equivalent of Evolutions. And again, let me just pull it out a bit there. Really, really good condition. The centering on this one is probably the best out of any of the cards that I've showed you. The holo looks incredible. There's no print lines, there's no scratches on that holo. Centering is good. The surface on the back of the card is also great. There's a few little bits of whitening along the edges at the top, and maybe on the corner there as well. I don't know, but excuse me, definitely on the edges there that might hold it back. So I think it's got a good chance at a 10. It depends how strict they are. I hear they are pretty tight on the grade, so we'll see. But I think a solid 9. I would be pleased with a 9. I think that would be great. But how amazing would a 10 be coming back? Because they've got a nice little gold label. I'll ping that up on the screen somewhere here. They've got a gold label for their PSA, for their Gen Min 10s. So there we go. There we have it, guys. Wrapping it up, let's recap. I'm thinking I'm going to be realistic with these. 7 for the Gyarados, maybe an 8 for the Dark Arbok, 8 for Dark Alakazam, maybe a 9 for the Ampharos, and wherever the Mew has gone. Where's Mew? Christ, there we go. There's Mew, 9, and probably the best contender for a 10 if we're going to get one. So I'd really love to know your guys' predictions and your opinions. Am I totally way off with my grade predictions? I've got no experience of sending stuff off for grading before, so I'd love to know what you think the grades are going to be on those cards, if I'm way off base, if I'm pretty spot on, and if you've had any experience with Pokégrade as well. That'd be really interesting to know. So yeah, I'm going to follow this video up in a week or so with the grades and a bit of review of Pokégrade as well, see how things kind of went and how I felt the service was, accuracy of grades, quality of slabs, and all that kind of good stuff. So make sure you like and subscribe, hit that notification bell to be the first ones to check that video out when it lands in a couple of weeks. Yeah, so stay safe and take care.